Salutations, everyone. I don't think I've ever shown my face on this TikTok page or channel or whatever. Maybe once, like 4 or 5 years ago when I was doing like Twitch, I might have put a clip up. But and I apologize for my uploads are terrible on here. It's a character flaw of mine. I'm outstandingly inconsistent. But I feel like I need to speak on something in the anime and manga community that actually started like 2 or 3 months ago, and it snowballed into something that I saw today that actually had me punching my steering wheel after I got off work today and saw the announcement. I'll get into what it is, but it started with it's about Gatchakuta, Kei Urana, and Hideyoshi Andō. This isn't Berserk related. I apologize, but I did intend for this to be a manga page overall. But again, I'm inconsistent. So I meant to speak on this when it first started, but I thought like only like 1,000 followers. Who's gonna listen? I regret not speaking on it. I should have spoke on it because almost every other anime and manga creator on TikTok and YouTube, when they spoke on it, it actually seemed like they did not even have two brain cells to rub together. I'm not exaggerating. The text I was seeing actually, I think it was giving me brain damage. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not trying to be an a-hole. That's just how bad the takes were. I could not believe it. It's part of the reason why I have. You can see my face now. You can see my skin tone. You can see my hair. Those of you that know what I'm talking about can already see where I'm going. And if some people feel like they don't like what I'm saying and they have to leave my page, that's fine. You have every right to do so. But what I'm talking about is, of course, the Gatchakuta controversy of Kei Urana when she, I believe it started on Instagram when she shared a video of a well-known a guy. Maybe it was an Asian guy. Might have been Japanese. I'm not too certain, but I remember because I follow her on Instagram, and she shared a video of a guy that cosplays other characters from anime and manga, and he does like a homemade version of that character. So he'll use like things around the house to dress up as that character. Like if it's like Goku or something, he'll use like fruits and vegetables to make his hair look like Goku, and he'll like do something funny on screen. He did a cosplay of Jabber from Gatchakuta, and I'll get into that character in a second. Jabber has dreadlocks, so he used leeks, I believe, or like onions as dreadlocks, and he reenacted the scene where Jabber stabbed I cannot believe I forgot his name. I am so sorry. I actually read the manga too. I was reading manga before the anime. Zanka. He stabbed Zanka with the poison, and Zanka was out, and he danced over Zanka's body while Zanka was like tripping out and laughing and stuff. Um, yeah. So he reenacted that scene where Jabber was dancing because the animated the whole scene as a big dance, right? I saw it when she shared it. I did not see a problem with it. I watched what felt like hundreds of people lose their mind over her sharing that on mostly Twitter, which when it comes to Twitter, you already know what you're getting into when you get on that app. Every time you launch that app, it's something bad. But I watch people lose their mind about it and I swear, they were saying Kei Urana is racist. I'm trying to contain myself because I couldn't believe when I was seeing this controversy happen. Every time I saw something about it, I was losing my mind. Let me start off by saying this is one of the only manga slash anime that has the black characters that most of my community has been begging for. I swear, like it was around the 2020s when I started seeing this consistently every time I look somewhere. Where's the black characters? Where's the black characters? Where's the Mexican characters? Where's all these characters at? I was seeing that pop up so much, and I am not one of those people who was begging for representation so much. I'm one of the people who I could watch something or read something and take it for what it is. I can watch, for an example, I can watch. This is an anime or manga, but I can watch a show like Friends and understand that for that time period, most of the cast was white. It makes sense because maybe the creator lived in that environment and he's writing about his environment he was in. That doesn't mean he doesn't like black people, or he or she doesn't like black people, or didn't want black people involved. That's probably just what the person wrote. Some people write what they feel. I don't think anyone should go into any property, manga, anime, video game, TV show, with a checklist of how to make everybody happy. Because no matter what you do, everyone's not going to be happy. There's going to be a new type of thing. You can have a black character, a Mexican character, an Asian character, a white character, and the next person's going to say, where is the one-legged black person? Where is the black person with high blood pressure? Where is the representation for this? Where is the representation for that? I don't feel like you should have to go into something with a checklist of what you need to see in order to enjoy it. If you need to go in with a checklist, you need to start golfing. You need to start playing sports. You need to start playing chess. You don't need to see entertainment like that because you might be out of your mind. I'm not gonna lie. If you got to do this every time, I don't see how you enjoy things. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Where was I? I'm gonna just assume I was the black tangent started with that. But you mean to tell me Kei Urana, who gave everybody the black representation they've been begging for, she made three black characters that I know of. Arca, the leader of the cleaners. You have Semiu, which is like the reception girl in the cleaners, and Felix, manga only. He's not an anime yet. People say Jabber. From the time I read the manga, I didn't even see Jabber as black. I saw the dreads. I don't know why. It's got to be some type of reverse racism to where when you see dreads, you instantly see the character as black because most black people, because it's a hairstyle you see on most black people. But I don't know if people don't go around living. Black people aren't the only race that have dreads. I've seen dreads on a lot of other races. Not a lot, but I've seen it on other races. We not the only one. I guess we trademark dreads, but people talking about it's a cultural significance. Most of the people who I've encountered with dreads in my life are not having dreads for a cultural significance. They have dreads because they thought it was cool. They don't even know what the cultural significance is to dreads. They don't. I've met about 2 or 3 Rastafarians though, and they have it for their cultural significance to their family. Their dad had dreads, and their dad that had dreads. A lot of black folks don't have that type of mindset to it. They literally see a rapper with dreads or a football player with dreads, and now they have dreads. I am not making that up. I have had that specifically told to me. I literally got dreads because of Chief Keef. I've had that told to me multiple times when I was in high school. By the way, reading anime, watching manga since 7 years old. I'm 29 now. I don't know how people keep saying the anime community is toxic. I don't even like using the word community because it's like a lot of us who've been reading and watching manga since I was like reading manga, watching anime since I was like a youngster. We are in a separate category than, I don't even want to use the word people for like, I want to say parasites, and that's a strong word, but I wish I had a stronger word. It's like us that's been reading manga and watching anime for years, and then it's these parasites that came out of nowhere and started ruining everything. And then y'all always say, "Oh, it's this fandom. It's this fandom." These people are not fans. I don't know what the word is. They are not fans. They go to everything. They go to My Hero Academia. They go to Boruto. They go to Naruto. Gatchakuta got it the worst. Everyone keeps saying these fans are weird. These are not fans. They don't even go into it to enjoy it. They go into it looking for problems in themselves. They don't go looking for it for what it is. I don't know what the word is to call them, but it's not fans. We have to stop calling these people fans. Just because they got a profile picture as a character from a show does not really mean they like the show. They are simply clinging on to that property for themselves. I've heard someone on YouTube, I think his name was Monte Sensei, he called them identity obsessed fans. They only cling to that property to find themselves in the show, which by itself is not bad that you want to see yourself in the character. But that's all you're looking for is yourself when you watch these properties, when you read and watch these properties. But I'm sorry I went on another tangent. I would have wrote a script, but I have other things to work on today, and that script would have been I would have been up to 12 o'clock at night. But yeah, she made Arca Corvus, she made Simu Greer, and she made Felix Men Samat, right? You really think this character who added these black characters to this lady who added black characters to this property made these black characters to specifically be racist towards later in the future with Jabber that everyone claims is black? You really think she did that on purpose? Congratulations, you caught her. She made 3 to 4 black characters in the property to specifically be called racist later on. And it wasn't even like they was just calling her racist on Twitter. They was slandering her on Twitter when she reposted that video, which she pulled the video down and apologized. Which I can't blame her for that. I can't blame her for that. And mind you, this is one of the nicest mangaka on the internet. Kei Urana and Hideyoshi Andō. She does the art and the story, and Hideyoshi Andō does the graffiti. All the graffiti is done by him. I should have said that in the beginning. They're like friends. They used to love working on this together. They don't love working on this anymore. I've already seen it been said multiple times. But I'm sorry, I keep losing my place. You really think that she gave everybody the reputation they begged for just to be racist later on? They were on Twitter calling her, I promise you, they was calling her Triple K Arana. They were saying she's the most racist mangaka of all time. Those of you with common sense left in the world, how could a mangaka who made black characters in their manga and didn't make them a racist depiction of black, which has happened multiple times with other anime and mangaka in the past, including Dragon Ball. And again, I can't even blame them because most of what they see about black people in Japan came from um it came from what they see on TV shows and movies and all that other thing back then. Now they probably have more access to more media to where we're not depicted as crazy as what you can see. But back then, all they had was like TV shows and movies. Like with the Dragon Ball character, I forgot which Dragon Ball character it was. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of a racist depiction. I was like, but I can't really blame him because what does he have to go off of? They ain't really got nobody black in Japan that can represent us like that. So as me and all my family did when we saw the character when we were younger, we just said, and kept it pushing. You don't see keeping it pushing these days. You see conflict every time. People were saying Kei Urana, oh my god, they were saying, what did this girl say? She said, I was getting into arguments with people online. She said, we are fighting oppression. I think it's a whole generation of people who have never encountered racism ever. I'm 29. I have encountered racism from, I'll be honest, I've encountered racism from white folks, Mexican folks, but most of the racism I encountered was from black people. It just is what it is. I don't think anyone in this entire generation has encountered racism because they call things racist that have nothing to do with racism. You really sitting here telling me Kei Urana and Hideyoshi Andō are oppressing us, making a manga in Japan that has black characters in it. They're helping oppress us. You you, I can't find the words. I don't even know how to explain how outlandishly bizarre that is. I truly believe we live in this whole generation that's on the internet doing this has never experienced. I don't even think it's racism. I don't think they've ever experienced adversity in their life. So where you see this and you just say racism, I can't. Someone has to make it make sense. I was trying to see. I was seeing people say on TikTok mostly. I was seeing big anime and manga creators say, yeah, she's racist. Or they were saying, yeah, I can see why people think she's racist. Where where do you see her being racist? Because she shared a video of a guy putting leaks in his hair. Then they talking about some, don't cancel her, cancel him. For using, again, I don't know if y'all can see what this hairstyle is. I have dreads. I've had dreads since I was in 7th grade. I'm 29 now. What are we doing to where we see a guy with leaks in his hair and we say he's being racist? Or he's being racist but he doesn't know. He's not being racist. He's just putting onions in his hair to be dreads. What are we doing? It's like people wake up looking for problems. I lost my train of thought again. Maybe I should have wrote the script out. But yes, I watched the whole entire internet. Not the whole entire internet. I can't say that. I watched a group of unhinged individuals go on tirades after tirade after tirade against Kei Urana for days and weeks until she locked her comments on Twitter. No, she locked her comments on Twitter, and then everybody got mad because she locked her comments on Twitter. Mind you, she's a mangaka that used to talk to her fans. You don't see mangaka and anime creators talking to their fans on the internet. She was one of those people that did it all the time. Y'all made her lock her comments. The West, my bad. Let me explain that better. The West made her do it. I'm sorry, I got going another rant. It's only the rest. The Japanese, they don't really be having problems like this. They have had problems like this in the past, but it's always the West that's always ruining things for everybody. And I swear I didn't see these people come into the 2020s around COVID. I think they call them COVID anime fans, the COVID fans or whatever they call them. Everything is ruined. Matter of fact, she's not the only one they ran off the internet. It's about maybe like 6 or 7. Damn, it's about 6 or 7 other mangaka I've seen either between this year and last year that the West has ran off the internet for complaining about something they don't even need to complain about. If you see something in an anime or manga you don't like, stop watching it. Go watch something else. It's a million other manga and anime out there. Go somewhere else. You don't have to consume it. They don't have to change it for you. You don't have to sit here and beg for change. You not know that? But yeah, they sat there and they ran her out. I believe she deactivated her Twitter. Then Hideyoshi Andō, I forgot what happened. I think he tried to defend her, and they was on his top for defending his friend. Then they said he was racist too, and they called him everything though. That's what they do now. You guilty? They feel like you guilty of one thing, they call you every name under the bush. So she was homophobic, racist. She was everything after that. They did the same thing with him. I believe some of the people on the animation team, they came after them too because they spoke for it about her, saying that she was now racist. They came after all of them. I watched them run both of them off the internet and then get mad because they ran and said, "Why are they running? Keep fighting." They was never fighting. But long story short, and I think Hideyoshi Andō deactivated his Twitter on his birthday, which I'm sorry, this is going to be a long video. I apologize, but they got off the net. She had to lock her Instagram. I was following her way before the anime came out. I think right around when Gatchakuta was first dropping, I was following her on Instagram. Her comments was open the entire time until that point. She was talking to her fans consistently. She would go live a lot to talk to her fans. It was only in Japanese, so I couldn't understand it. I'm trying to work on understanding Japanese now. 29, I should have been doing it, watching anime and reading manga as long as I have, but now it's the time. It was her lives were always in Japanese. Because she's Japanese, but she would always be sitting there talking to her fans in live. Comments disabled on Instagram because they all ran to Instagram to go attack her. I remember Hideyoshi Andō saying on Twitter, he said, "This isn't even fun anymore." Do you know how? I don't know what the word to use is. But when I read that, it actually affected me. Like, it actually bothered me for like 24 hours. It still bothers me now, but it was strong for 24 hours. That he loved doing graffiti. I follow him on Instagram too. That's all he does is graffiti and artwork. That's all he shares. He said it's not even fun anymore. You made this man, you made the passion this man had disappear. Something he's been doing his whole life. Kei Urana probably feeling the same way. She probably don't want to deal with this franchise no more. And I watched all of these people say this was a win. We stopped oppression. Mind you, I'm not trying to get too political, but your government is doing, American government is doing so much to like everybody, not just black people, to like all of the U.S. and y'all don't be saying nothing on Twitter. Y'all don't see what's going to be passed on August 5th? But y'all fighting mangaka over black characters. No one's speaking on what's happening on August 5th. That's going to be the ultimate oppression for like the whole internet. You can't make this up. The energy is in the wrong spot. I'm sorry I lost my place again. I'm just going to skip ahead to what happened today. Today, Hideyoshi Andō is taking his name off the credits for Gatchakuta. So either he's going to keep creating in the background with his name not on the work, or he's done. One of the two. Kei Urana is probably going to stop soon. And if she does do another manga, either she's going to have no contact with anybody this time, probably not even be on her social media at all, or I can see her making something and probably not even having her name on it, having to be anonymous. Which I did see another creator say that it's getting to the point where people are going to make manga and not even reveal their identity. They're just going to make it and drop it so that they don't have to deal with things like this. But I will say, as a 29-year-old black anime and manga fan, I have a better solution. And some of y'all not gonna like this, but at this point, I'm tired of seeing this happen. Don't communicate with the West. That's number one. Making an anime, making a manga, don't communicate with the West. I would say if there's a way to keep your accounts Japanese only, do that. Number two, no more black characters. It's gonna sound crazy, but she's not the only one that this keeps happening to. This keeps happening, where you get these people who cling on to a character for a specific reason, not just because they're black. It could be their gender identity, or they think the gender identity is something it isn't, or they think the race is something there isn't. I would just say, just no more black characters. It's not worth dealing with. We had some dude lose his passion for his work, and another who might lose her passion for her work. I wouldn't be surprised if she just stopped dropping chapters for Gatchakuta. We don't even get to end it. Just don't do it anymore. You need to keep your sanity. You can't lose your mind. Her comments are still off on Instagram ever since. Hideyoshi, I don't know if his Twitter's back, or maybe it's private, but he doesn't even have the passion to do it anymore. His name is going to be off. I apologize for I don't show my face and talk at all like this or do rants like this on this channel, but this is something that truly bothered me when I read it. Like, I can't. I really can't. I really can't even like ex- give any more words about it. I really don't even know what else to say. Um, I probably missed some things. I probably missed a lot of things. There's a lot of things I missed about Twitter that happened because they were calling her everything. The triple Kei Urana is what sealed the deal for me. Where I wanted the Kurt Cobain so bad. Mid 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 Twitter scroll because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Yeah, yeah. It really is something else. And again, I would say this isn't my usual content, but I don't really have a usual content. I just do random things. I mean, I just do random berserk posts. Um, and again, it doesn't even matter because August 5th, things the Senate are working on. Yeah, yeah. That's about it. Um, all in all, I'm still a big Gatchakuta fan. Um, if you're an anime fan and you've been an anime fan for years, um, I know it sucks seeing what has happened to. Again, I don't want to say anime community because these what they are, they're parasites. These parasites who attach themselves to the community and call themselves fans, and they're a part of the fandom. They really do give a bad name to everybody else that's been like enjoying the type of content we've been enjoying for years. Again, I'm 29. I used to read anime. I used to go to my local library just to go get manga, and then hold on to those manga for so long. I would end up owing a lot of money, and I had to bring all the manga back. But reading manga for years, watching anime for years, I've never seen this type of chaotic behavior pretty much ever until at least until like the 2020s is where it started. It was never this bad before. It wasn't. I wasn't seeing people get doxxed over Boruto takes. Over Boruto takes. Not even Naruto. That's another tangent, but not even Naruto for Boruto. Just for saying Boruto's bad, which y'all know. Let's let's not pretend. I've never seen that. Or people getting doxxed because they're saying a certain character's identity isn't the identity it is. I've never seen this, but this started around the 2020s. People haven't lost their minds. These people I don't know where they came from, but they just spawned within thin air and started causing mangakas to cut off all connection with their fans and causing people to lose their passion for doing what they've been doing their whole lives. But I'm gonna let you go. It's timer already says it's been about 28 minutes and some odd seconds. I just had to get that off my mind. I apologize for just randomly throwing a 30-minute rant, but I had to speak my mind on that. Y'all have a nice rest of y'all day if possible. Um, I apologize on behalf of the West, Kei Urana and Hideyoshi Andō. I still enjoy Gatchakuta, and I still enjoy the graffiti that you do, Hideyoshi Andō. And as long as I have Instagram, for as long as I have it, might get deactivated soon. I will keep liking all of y'all artwork and all y'all posts. If you somehow do see this somehow, or somebody sends a clip out, um, I did enjoy the work and I enjoyed all the characters. You didn't need to be harassed. You didn't need all that should not have happened. All that should not have. I don't know how it got to that point, but it shouldn't have been a thing to happen. I apologize on behalf of the U.S. But yeah, cut the U.S. off. You can keep dropping in America, but cut off social media with them, and probably for your sanity, probably don't make any more black characters. I'm gonna say it. They, the West cannot handle representation that they beg for. So just make it what it is. All right, y'all. Try to have a nice rest of y'all day.